Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brian and this is Brian on an Island, where we do tech and gaming. And guys, today we're going to be talking about the Xbox X Series. Now, we know that this was released yesterday, so everyone that pre-ordered a console, or if they're living somewhere that isn't currently closed down, would have been able to purchase within a store. Now, the problem that the Xbox X Series has been facing since its release is that today, two videos were posted on the internet that went somewhat viral of the Xbox X Series smoking from the top vent. Now, we have made previous videos about the PlayStation 5 system and the Xbox X and Xbox S series, which is a smaller console. The major factor between the two was the size. We know that the PlayStation 5 system is really big compared to the Xbox X series. Now, which makes me think that the cooling strategies that the two consoles use are very different. I watched a video from Evan's YouTube channel that showed him breaking apart the PS5, and what they were able to do was use a very simple cooling method of having two fans on both sides of the PlayStation 5, and they were also attacking the CPU heat dispersion with some liquid metal, which gave really good results. The Xbox, however, we think is a way more complicated cooling solution, which allows for a smaller system, but I think that might lead to it running a bit warmer. Not sure, as we don't actually have the consoles in our hands as yet. Now, my first initial take on the videos being posted on the internet was whether they were real or not. Now, without a official word from Microsoft, we cannot confirm whether if these videos are real or not, but we can say, however, that when buying newer gen consoles, there are bound to be a few errors along the assembly line and even across the quality checks. So for example, if you're selling about 1,000 Xbox X or Xbox S series, they would be around 1 or 2 found faulty upon reaching the consumer. It's just a given, something that always happens. I personally like to wait a bit later on before I purchase any new gen consoles. It's because from the PlayStation 2 onwards, Sony has always had a reputation of releasing the initial console, which is usually a beefier, bigger model, and then a smaller console. Now, not saying that the older PlayStation devices end up not running well in the long run, as I still have an original PlayStation 4 that is still working well, but it's just that the newer versions of the new gen consoles usually come with better adaptations, or they sometimes fix solutions on the assembly line that would lead to further fault in the system. There have also been some different videos and posts about the Xbox X series, specifically things like the CD drive not accepting CDs, or the system itself not turning on and staying on. But I think the best we can do at this point is just watch what happens, and hopefully we'll be able to get word from Microsoft about what they think is happening with the Xbox X series. Now, Microsoft in their supremacy might choose to not address the fact, but I think the consoles coming out yesterday and viral videos coming out today are a bit suspicious, but nonetheless, we have to take things at face value before we can confirm if these videos are genuine or not. Now, I myself have been waiting for the PlayStation 5 to come in stock somewhere, and I don't know where I'm gonna get mine from. I am also waiting on the release of a few games. God of War, namely, for me, is one that will definitely get me to go out and purchase the PlayStation 5. But I think by that time, it would most likely be either January or February 2021. As such, that will give Sony a lot of time to gain feedback from original consumers, maybe pre-ordered PlayStation 5s that have been in use for a certain amount of time, and hopefully some faults will start to arise that they will fix in the assembly line for newer consoles. A lot of people don't really understand why these consoles go out of stock quite early. It's because the way that mass manufacturing happens in this new day and age is that they will create a certain amount of consoles, for example, the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox X series, and what will happen is these will be sold and consumers will predominantly be the testers for these new consoles. Now what will happen is, along the assembly line, as newer faults arise within the consoles themselves and people reporting faults within their 1-year warranty period, Sony will look at ways of changing these faults within the assembly line, resulting in stronger consoles that become more reliable and less likely to break down, because at the end of the day, Sony or Microsoft have to incur the cost of repairing the console if it's at a fault within 1 year. Now, I'm not sure if this Xbox X Series that is seen smoking, or if all the instances of the video that are going around are genuine, but if they are, then Microsoft might be having a hard time looking at recalling some of these Xbox X Series or Xbox S Series and trying to get them into the workshop to see what's wrong with them. All in all, guys, I think the new gen console wars this year have been one of the greatest that I've ever seen. I've seen Microsoft and Sony put all that they can into these consoles, and they've come out with some pretty powerful systems. I mean, the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox X Series both being able at getting 120 frames per second basically puts these consoles in the line of small gaming PCs. And for a sometimes small fraction of the price, if you're looking at getting a PlayStation 5 through a rewards cards, through Argos, or through some other means, or by walking into a game store and getting the Xbox S Series on that £25 a month payment plan that they have, it really is a bargain for what you're getting. Now, how the updates run with these consoles and if there will be more updated specs to these consoles as they come out across the year, we will have to wait and see. But anywho, guys, that is all I had for you today. If you're new to my channel, make sure you drop a like and a subscribe. I will see you guys the next time I upload. I'm currently working on a video about the PlayStation 5 and how you'll be able to use your PlayStation 4 respectively as a PlayStation 5 if you still hold on to that by the time the PlayStation 5 comes out. I will see you guys the next time I upload. Let me know if you have an Xbox X Series that you've been using that's been giving you trouble, and I will see you guys the next time I upload. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I am out.